Hey guys, welcome back to Empower Melbourne Shuffle. This is Series 4, editing and light video leap tips and tricks. So in this episode, we're going to go over keyframes again. Sometimes, maybe you're standing alone or like a standalone moment where you're not moving. You're just standing there. Maybe you're doing a wave or you're tutting or something like this. Okay, so I'm going to show you. It's cool to like zoom in and then zoom out. So again, I'm going to get to about right here. Now you're just going to hit the clip, select it, hit keyframe. Then you're going to move your red your indication bar or the bumper there till wherever you want it. So we're going to go to like right there, just before I go down to the body roll, like right here. Whoops. Sometimes if you grab your clip, sometimes that may happen. So just drop it, or if it does get moved, just hit the back arrow and it'll go back to where you had it previously set. So we're going to go like right here. We're going to zoom in, and then we're going to go back and watch it play, okay? Hit play. Okay, now I'm going to do keyframe again, and then right when I go to the body roll, I'm going to hit another keyframe, and I'm going to go to transform. I'm going to hit fill, and it's going to take it back to that the normal widescreen look. So let's play it all over and see what it looks like. Okay, here we go. Okay, good. So that's how that's supposed to look. In my opinion, if you have longer dance videos and you want to be adding little things in there that can catch the viewer's attention, whether you're viewing or whether you're zooming in on doing the arm wave or the moonwalk, or whatever it may be, there's tons of little effects in this app that can help you take your editing to the next level and make you pop and stand out. So another thing we're going to do, okay, we're going to fast forward it here. So I'm a big fan of spins. I love spinning. So right here I do a spin. Just watch. Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is, this is a little bit more advanced. I'm going to zoom in on the clip here. I have it selected. Also, before I get into it, if you click the app and you have it updated, or you click the clip and you see it has the plus bar here, if you do that, so what it just did, I believe, is it copies the clip, okay? So if you want to like drag it up top, which we're actually going to do here, so I'm going to drag it up top and you're going to drop it. Sometimes it might drop like way off to the right or the left, so just go up and drag this bubble, okay? So this is called your they call it a filler or a mixer, they call it, on top in this app at least. So that's how you add or duplicate a clip. So it's only on the bottom clip, it's not on the top clip. See how I tap it and nothing happens? Well, I suppose you can. They must okay, so they made an update recently. So okay, so if you do have the clip up top, you can update it. They must have just added that. So that's nice. So I have, 3 clips. I just deleted that. I don't need that anymore because I have this one right here. It also looks like there's a couple other options. You can't rotate it. Looks like that's the rotate button. What's this one do? Let's see. What did that do? Let's try that again. Oh, okay. So that looks like that button right there, it looks like it takes it down to the bottom. It takes it from a mixer and it puts it as a clip. So, but what we're going to be doing is taking the spin part, and then Oh, and then also, sorry, I'm kind of jumping all over. If you tap the clip too, there's also a trash button. So if you want to just throw it away, or you can always click it and drag to the trash, okay? But anyways, we're going to take this clip, the top one, and we're going to go to where I do the spin, right? Let's see, where is it? Oh, I might have went too far. Okay, yeah, it was right there. And I'm just going to cut this side because we don't need it. Drag it to the trash, drop. Okay, so I'm going to play it once to kind of see where I'm at. Okay, let's see. All right here. You'll understand what I'm doing here in a minute. Okay, so this is where I spin. Let's see. Hang on a second. Where is the spin? Okay, right here. So you'll notice if you have a clip on top, and it will play whatever's on top, unless you make it transparent, which I'll show you how to do in probably the next video, or if you have, let's see here, a transition or something. Okay, so you see how it just like kind of glitched? That's because I have this clip up top. So whatever you have up top, you're not going to see below. So there's ways that you can get creative and kind of manipulate the footage again, so that way whatever you have on top will play over what's on bottom. Sometimes you might have, for example, you might like make a cut right here, and you might make a cut right here. And you know, you don't need this middle clip. So what you can do is you can take the opacity down. So look, here's what it would look like. It's black. It's blacked out. So it's playing. Okay, and then there's, you don't see the clip, and then this clip pops up. But this is if this clip, say, is at the top. But you wouldn't really need to block out the opacity if this clip is on top anyways. But just little tools at the bottom that you can use and that you're going to want to mess around with so you can get used to it. So, for now, I'm going to just, whatever, I'm going to put the opacity back at 100 because, it doesn't matter whether you see it or not, you're not going to see it because I am adding a little trick here to my spin, which you're going to see here in a sec. So what I'm doing is we're going to take away those cuts too, by the way. Okay, so what we're doing here is I'm going to show you a cool effect you can do, like if you do a spin. So right here, okay, we're going to zoom in a little bit. This part takes a little bit. So right here, I'm gonna zoom in on this clip. So I also have to trim it a little more. I'm going to trim it to about right here where I take that first step. And you're going to go to about right there. Now it's about 2 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. Now watch what happens. I'm going to zoom in on this clip to about right there or so. And what you're going to do is actually you are going to mess with the opacity of the top clip. Bring it down. Now look what happens. You start to see the clip on the bottom, okay? So I'm going to put it at like 60. Just because that's, or you can do like 50. We'll do 50 right now just so I can. Now look what happens. So you see that cool, how it makes that cool effect with the spin? So if you didn't have it zoomed in, it would just be right here, It would be, watch, I'll show you. Let me go back here. Fill. And it would just look like, it would look kind of cheap. It's kind of like, whoa, like what just happened? That's kind of cool too. But in my opinion, it's better when you have it like this, okay? When you have it like zoomed in really far like this. So watch, I'll do it again. So you see how that worked? And you wanna make it so it so watch. Here's the spin. Let me go back here. So I missed it. So it's right here. You want to do it so this top clip comes just a little bit after the first clip. So about right there works. Now I'm going to show you a trick. Let me play it one more time so we can see how it looks. Okay, so that's a little bit too late. So we want to do it like, we want to move it back even more. So let's try it. Okay, that wasn't bad. I'm going to move it just a little bit more. Let's try it one more time. Okay, that's good. Now, it looks kind of sloppy. So what you want to do is you want to make it transition perfectly. So with top clips, you can add an animation. So click the clip, click the bubble, hit animation, click in, and then do fade in. Now you see how it fades in really nice instead of just popping up? Watch. Now, there's also a fade out option, and there's also an overall, but we're not going to mess with the overall right now. The overall, there's just different options. We're going to hit out, and as you can see here, you see this little bar right here, that little faded, that's that intro. Now watch, it's going to pop up on this one too. See how it pops up on the right? So now it's going to fade in and fade out perfectly, seamlessly. So watch. And then boom, back to your clip. Like you see how professional that looks. So for those of you out there that want to get into the professional side of this and make some really cool shuffle edits within your community, if you know who AR Project is, do those types of edits and cuts, then you know this will help you go a long way. One more time. It just fades out perfectly, as you can see there, slowing down. And then back into your shuffle. Okay, so that was a very big tip that I wanted to show you guys. Let's see, what else? I was going to show you guys something in the next video, but I'm just trying to think of more. There's also more effects here on the far right. If you scroll all the way over, hit the clip. There's like effects. So there's something called masking. So I'll show you here. Say you want to block something out. You could do circle, or you can make a cool edit just like this. Okay. And just know that you can. Where'd that go? Look how it looks here. Look, that's kind of neat. See how with the circle? Now, you can use keyframes for anything. You can literally use keyframes to turn the volume up and down. You can use the keyframes to fade out the video. There's all kinds of things you can do. You can use a keyframe to make this bigger. Let me click on this again here. Where did it go? So we're going to go to mask. So you can hit keyframe, drag it all the way over, or you could, drag it all the way over here, and say, you could zoom it out like that. So you see how it works? Watch. So you could do stuff like that. That'd be kind of a unique intro. You could start, watch, let's backspace it. Let's go back. Now we'll start it right here. Now, even when you place it, it automatically starts a keyframe for you. Whatever you do, that first move on the keyframe is going to be recorded on that dot, on that diamond. So say my intro is like this, and then I come out like this, or I stretch it over a little bit. I'm going to hit keyframe. Okay, now we're going to go back, and we're going to go to transform, fill. And let's see, why isn't it working? Well, okay, let's just see what happens here. Let's just hang on a second. Let me go back to go back to mask, and we'll just stretch it out like this. Yeah, sometimes fill. Yeah, that doesn't work for that. For this particular instance, you just stretch it out yourself. So watch, kind of like that. So, yeah, you just take your thumbs and you just drag it out where you want it, move to the next keyframe, drag it out where you want it. So it'll just open and close, So I'm going to backspace all that because we don't need that in the actual edit, because everything I'm doing right now will be in the final product. So I'm going to backspace this one as well. Hopefully that wasn't confusing for you guys. I just wanted to make that point. And obviously if you're stuck and you don't want the radial, there's also like a mirror, there's a linear, there's rectangle, there's all kinds of shapes. But just hit none if you don't want any, and that'll clear that up. So in this one, I went over zooming in on keyframes and out, or zooming in with keyframes is in and out, and then I showed you how you can add a top layer to your clip. I showed you how to duplicate the clip by clicking on it, dragging it to the top, and then it will magnetize or snap. And then I showed you what you can do with like a spin and how you can transition in the fade, okay? And then I showed you what you can do with, as they call it, masking, okay? Masking, again, is just to hide. You can hide certain things, or you can give your video a different feel and look. And yeah, so stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be showing you some more things that you can do with this app, okay? Later.